Hi class, so you can see I'm recording it from my car. I'm waiting for my son to come. But I wanted to talk to you about persuasive speech, and I have discussed Monroe's motivated sequence with you and Maslow's hierarchy of needs, of course, and Monroe's motivated sequence. And I wanted to show you this this particular video, and I actually have queued it for you. Give me a second here. Where did I do it? Okay. No, not this one. Not this one. No, 1 second class. I'll just go to, I think I lost it, but I wanted you to see this particular, it's kind of, I searched a few of them, but I think she does, I did the same thing, but maybe you would need another quick recap. And I wanted to show this to you real quick. Okay, here we go. And here it is. And
hi, I'm Christine Hanlon from the University of Central Florida. Today, what I want to do is talk to you a little bit about Monroe's motivated sequence. Monroe's motivated sequence is a wonderful organizational pattern that we use for persuasive speeches that are specifically designed for speeches where you want your audience to do something, where you're asking them to take an action. So Monroe's motivated sequence was developed back in the 1980s by Monroe. That's why we call it Monroe's motivated sequence. Sometimes you'll hear people talk about it and they'll refer to it just as Monroe's or just as motivated sequence. It's Monroe's motivated sequence. It has 5 steps to it. They're very easy to follow. The first step of Monroe's motivated sequence is the attention step. And the attention step is basically an introduction, okay? The second step in Monroe's motivated sequence is the needs step. The third is the satisfaction step. And the fourth is the visualization step. And last but certainly not least, and so important, is the action step, or sometimes they refer to it as the call to action. Now, the attention step is similar to what we've seen before. It's basically an introduction. An introduction has 5 components to it. The first thing that you always do in an introduction is you open with impact. So come out with a big statement, something that gets the audience's attention, something that hooks us. You always want to be a little bit louder in the open with impact than the rest of your speech because you're getting the attention of the audience. So very important to think about that open with impact statement, very first thing you're doing. The other 4 components of the attention step, the middle 3 can go in any order. The last one is always a preview of the main points. It's a little bit less important with this particular speech pattern. You don't want to be as clear as you would be with an informative speech as you would be with this one. You would want to be clear with an informative speech. You don't have to be as clear with the persuasive pattern using Monroe's. But you do want to preview at least vaguely. The 3 things in the middle of an introduction that always happen. Number 1 is a thesis statement. Number 2 is a connect with the audience connection. The third one is speaker credentials, explaining your credibility to the audience. These 3 things are in the middle of your introduction. So first thing, open with impact. Last thing, preview the main points. These 3 in the middle, you can change the order. It can go whatever order you want for the thesis, the audience connection, and the speaker credentials. The important thing is that you have them there. You want to change the order of those up to depend on what makes the most sense for your presentation with your open with impact and how that leads into your main points. But the attention step, all it is an introduction. Same thing that we've done with informative speeches, same thing that we did with other persuasive speeches. Nothing big there, just fancy name, attention, very fancy, for the first step of the sequence. These middle steps here, these 3 right here, this is actually the body of your speech. So if you're thinking about this kind of from the frame of an informative speech, is that this is the body. So these are your 3 main points. So not a whole lot has changed with this either. Your 3